David Finlayson, 52, and his 13-year-old son Charlie loved to go on adventures. When disaster struck, the two were on a 12-day backpacking trip in Idaho's remote river of no-return wilderness. In an interview with Outside, they said they were about a mile from their campsite at Ship Island Lake and about 1,000 feet up the side of a granite spire. Charlie was tied to a tree and was helping his dad climb, while David looked for a good route. Everything was fine for a second. The next second, there was a loud crack, and a boulder about the size of a refrigerator hit David, sending him 30 feet down the side of the mountain. David was hurt very badly. He got a concussion, broke his back, broke his left arm and heel, and got a deep cut that showed his shin bone. Charlie told People, "I saw him lying there, and I was pretty scared. But his Boy Scout training didn't take long to kick in. But after a minute, I realized that I needed to calm down, or I would make things worse. So I took a deep breath and thought, okay, this is something I have to do. Dad is in a lot of trouble. And it's my job to help him." They were stuck on a ledge about halfway up a mountain, 13 miles from the nearest People. Charlie had to work for hours to get his father, who was twice as big as he was, down to the ground. When he got back to his dad after getting sleeping bags, warm clothes, and food from their camp a mile down a steep boulder-covered slope, it was already dark. "We had to spend the night on the rocks," David said. The next day, he helped me crawl across the rocks to the lake. It was very painful and took hours and hours. I could only move in small steps. A few times, I passed out, but Charlie woke me up by saying, "Come on, you can do this. Just a few feet more." He put me in my place. Charlie took care of his dad's wounds, kept him warm, and gave him water for more than 2 days before he came to the sad realization that help wasn't coming. Charlie would have to go alone if his father was going to live. On the third day, Charlie said goodbye to his dad and started walking the 13 miles to the ranger station. In his pocket, he had a note from his dad asking for help to save his son. "I can't walk, so I'm in trouble and need help," the note said. "Please ask Charlie to help me find one." Charlie didn't have to wait long before he found help. 3 miles further down the trail, he ran into John Craig and his 19-year-old son Jonathan. They went to see how his dad was doing while Charlie kept going to the ranger station. 5 miles into the hike, he met Mike Burt, who had been in the Marines. Burt ran the last 8 miles to get help for himself. Charlie kept up with him. David was saved 3 days after being hit by the rock. He was taken to a hospital in Boise by a crew in a helicopter from Montana. He had several surgeries over the next few months and was finally able to go climbing with Charlie again. He says that Charlie saved his life. Charlie wasn't a likely hero when he was 13. But because of scary events, he was the only thing that could save his father from dying. And, like all great superheroes, he ended up saving a life. Regarding Charlie, he does not see himself as a hero. He told People, "I just did what I had to do. Anyone else would have done what you did."